It's Shae. Welcome back to the ITV Network. We are here with my very special guest, Kiwan.
What's going on?
He is an ambassador for LEAD. What's up? How are
Lead
you?
Mentor Grow. Yeah, what's going on?
Yes.
Thank y'all for having me. I appreciate the opportunity to come by, stop by, and share a little bit about what we're doing.
Definitely. Well, I'm excited to have you here. Tell me a little bit more about LEAD, what it actually is.
Yeah, so Lead Mentor Grow, I'm ambassador for, so I do off-road racing, and so I'm not like a super professional like Travis Pastrana and all those guys, but I got into it from early childhood as I was always fascinated with motorsports, and so by being out and racing and things like that, organization that I kind of stumbled across, they were doing things with motorsports and kids, and I was like, oh, I remember what it was like being a kid involved in motorsports. And so, but they are trying to build motorsports access for young black kids, especially in urban areas, because we don't see much black representation in motorsports. I mean, we see Lewis Hamilton, Bubba Wallace, Breonna Daniels as a tire changer, and then it kind of thins out. Maybe Malcolm Stewart, shout out Malcolm Stewart. But other than that, it's like, that's it, right? And so getting kids involved is something that I really feel passionate about. And so I just wanted to lend a helping hand.
That's awesome. So when you say motorsports, what all does that involve? You know, motorcycles, NASCARs?
Well, I was going to pull up in something to show y'all, but but no, that's, we started off doing Can-Am, shout out to Can-Am. Off-road, side-by-side racing.
I know a lot of people, if they're listening, they're like, I don't know anything about this because I don't. What is that?
Well,
What's
go
a
to @LeadMentorGrow and you can find out,
Okay.
right? So, shameless plug. But it's dirt racing on the track, or we do ice racing, Balsam Lake, Wisconsin, or we do King of the Hammers out in Johnson Valley, California. So this thing is a national all-season thing. But one of the issues that they came across really quick was that these side-by-sides, they go anywhere from between $20,000 and $40,000 a cart. And so by being here in St. Louis, I bumped into a company named Margay. They're on the south side of town, and they build go-karts. And so they have go-kart sizes for kids that's like 5 years old all the way up to the old folks. And so the carts are around $3,000 to $5,000 each. So the price point is a little bit more affordable. And so they're trying to get kids through the go-karting side to become a part of Formula One racing with Skip Barber. And so there's a lot going on, but I've seen that as an opportunity to kind of marry the two. Like, okay, you guys can help kids out, very affordable, and get them onto the track in bigger cars as they grow up. So let's see how we can partner, and we did. So that's what we're working on right now.
Okay, so how do you pick the kids to be a part of this program?
Well, I mean, we go to charter schools, private schools, or anybody who has a kid who want to get involved. We sign them up. Of course, there's a lot of liability involved, and we just try to work with the parents to get them on the track and make sure that they're fun, having fun and being safe at the same time.
Okay, so if somebody wants to get involved, what can they do to contact y'all?
You can email Trax, TRAXX @LMG, so Lead Mentor Grow, lmginc.org, and just say, hey, what's up? I'm in, and we'll go from there.
Okay, cool. So is it like certain kids that you pick, or is it any kid that comes up to you, basically, you'll like?
Good question. Now, as a nonprofit, we cannot discriminate against any kid, and so typically if a kid has an interest, we will work with them. But we're trying to identify young black kids because there's a lack of representation, as we said earlier, in motorsports, and especially with Worldwide Technologies having their own raceway right there. I believe it's owned by a black billionaire guy. I cannot think of his name right now. Sorry, but I love you because we race there almost every Saturday. But yeah, that's what we're gunning for. Try to get more kids involved in motorsports.
Okay, and tell me a little bit more about your shirt. It's got a lot of different, it looks like sponsors on it. Are these all things that you guys work with? What is exactly going on?
So Legion, there was a company that my brother and I created, Legion Music Group. And so we work with Yellow Wolf, we work with Jelly Roll, we work with, hip hop wise, if y'all know Lost Boys, Mr. Cheeks. We work with a lot of guys, Freeway, shout out Freeway from Rock. And so by taking the Legion Music Group end of it, as I was explaining to you all earlier, I married the music with the off-road racing because we did not have our own sound, if you will. Like, we were using everybody else's sound. And so that's why we came up with the song Send It. We kind of shouted out some of the individuals who've been helping us out. So Rival Can-Am. Shout out Scotty at Rival up in Thornville, Ohio. We shout out Can-Am, of course, a few tire sponsors. And so, yeah, that's how it all kind of came about, just mixing it up and seeing where it would go.
Okay, for sure. And being a nonprofit, how exactly did the whole thing start? I know you mentioned that you're an ambassador, but how did the owner, eventually start this?
Yeah, I just think that overall, like, anyone who's involved in motorsports or have an affinity for four-wheelers, go-karts, I mean, a lot of times we've seen it as something punitive because, the 12 o'clock boys out on the East Coast, they kind of made it popular, Rough Riders. And then, of course, Meek Mill went to jail for riding a four-wheeler or something on the street. And so it became very negative. And so I think what the board decided to do is to take something negative and flip it into a positive. And so that's where it's going right now. We're just trying to say, okay, if you're wanting to do this, one, let's work on your mental health. And two, let's work on the books because it is STEAM orientated. So if you're not familiar with STEAM, it's science, technology, engineering, arts, and math. And so by working on those components, we're able to bring meet the kids where they are and go into their world a little bit, figure out what they like. So if they like production, hey, now this is the resource, right? They like production, we can come here. Or if they like working with their hands in terms of mechanical engineering, that's what the motorsport side is designed to do. So not only are you racing and dealing with math in real time, you can also work on your own craft to go off into automotive industry, repair, or what have you. So really it's just about providing resources and avenues for kids who may not have it. And I think that's where the board is leaning towards right now, is just providing access.
Okay, and how many kids do you guys currently have?
So right now we're still in the building stages because I'm just kind of new still to St. Louis. But we've worked with about 4 to 5 kids thus far and travel with them from Jay, Oklahoma, all the way out to California. And so, but we're looking to build a race team between here, Columbus, and Cleveland, actually. So we can all kind of race each other. And we're also working on acquiring a decommissioned stadium and turning it into a racetrack, which is the multi-million-dollar project that we're working on in Columbus. So it's a lot going on, but I'm optimistic that we'll get it done in the next 7 months to a year's time.
That's awesome. Give out your social media one more time. And
yeah, all things Lead Mentor Grow. I believe I sent you the PayPal link, so if you want to put the QR code in the stream for folks to donate, every dollar matters. We've acquired a couple go-karts at this point, and so we're just trying to build and just keep it going.
Okay, awesome. Yeah. Well, thank you so much, Kiwan, for joining me today. And make sure you keep it locked right here to the ITV Network. So much more is on the way, and I don't want you to miss out.